One time. Hey, throw your hands to the sky.
To the trades. Man, so
Our
Tuesday.
teams did absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So, NBA trade deadline was yesterday.
You mean NFL?
I said NBA. NFL trade deadline. It was like the NBA trade line with all the moves, but NFL trade deadline happened yesterday, and there was so much movement. I believe it was like 8 transactions happened, 8 trades. And let's just talk about them real quick. Bears traded for Chase Claypool. How did you feel about that trade, man?
At first, I was like, okay, that's not bad. And then I heard they gave up not the Ravens' second-round pick, but their own second-round pick. And I was like, whoa. That's going to be like a top 40 pick.
Yeah. But if you think about it, look how I think what the Bears were thinking is like, well, if we draft a receiver in the second round, we never really draft well in receiver in the second round. The last time they drafted well was Alshon Jeffrey. And that was like, so they were looking at it like, listen, we're getting a really talented player. He's like 6'4", and
that
we
can't
believe
catch jump balls for whatever reason.
but he's still productive receiver. We believe in Justin Fields. Let's go ahead. Let's get him this receiver, and let's go from there. And I like it. I like the trade because it just shows that the franchise is finally believing in Justin Fields. There's no question about it. And yeah, I like the trade, in my opinion. Let's go to the Ravens trading for Roquan Smith. How did you feel about that trade?
Pretty interesting because you need wide receivers and you trade for defense, and then you're going to have to end up paying Roquan.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm really confused what they're trying to do here. I know they definitely needed to help the defensive side of the ball because they haven't been as strong as they were in previous years, but, like, you need receivers.
Yeah,
like,
they
you
do.
need offensive talent.
Yeah, I agree with you. I heard something where people were like, well, Patrick Queen is not playing very well.
It's a lot of LSU members on that 2019 Natty team tricked a lot of GMs in the league. I'll say that much.
Yeah. I've also heard Devin White hasn't been playing up to par.
He's one of the main dudes.
Yeah, Warren Sapp even brought it up. It was on Twitter, whatever, where he showed tape. I believe it was against the Ravens, where he wasn't, getting back on. He wasn't like one of the receivers, I believe it was. He got open and he could have, tried to make a play, but he didn't. So yeah, like you said, the LSU guys aren't playing up to par. But yeah, I like the trade itself. The Ravens defense hasn't been playing well, so I can understand that. And the Ravens have been known to have great defenses and stuff. And Roquan Smith is one of the best linebackers in the NFL. He hasn't been
playing like it.
Yeah, he hasn't. But at the same time, you could say that the Bears. But yeah, he hasn't been playing well. But you never know. That scheme with the Ravens, it could help. We'll have to see. But yeah, the Ravens, they should have made a move for a wide receiver. Give Lamar some help. Rashad Bateman is hurt, man. He has nobody. Devin Duvernay, like Mark Andrews is one of the best tight ends in the NFL, but he needs a receiver that he can count on besides like a Devin Duvernay, who's maybe like a 3, probably a high 3. So yeah, let's go to the next moves. The Dolphins. Whoo! This is another team that I'm happy about because that just lets me know that they're all in on Tua. The Dolphins, and they're trying to win. They believe they can win it this year. The Dolphins traded for 2 players. Jeff Wilson Jr., who's a running back from the 49ers, who's really good. Like before CMC came in, he was a little inconsistent, but he still is very talented as well. And just adding him to this backfield with Raheem Mostert, they're going to be dangerous, really dangerous. And then you have the big move, Bradley Chubb. And this was like, whoa, that was like a.
I wasn't really expecting that, yeah.
Yeah, that was like a avalanche type of move, or earthquake type of move that just made everything shake for a minute because you're like, whoa, that's a big move right there. I saw I don't know if it was PFF or Next Gen, where it was like top 3 like pass rushers, like win rate, and he was like number 3 with
something like that.
Micah Parsons, and it was another person on there.
Was it Nick Bosa?
It probably was. Maybe it was Nick Bosa.
Myles Garrett. It was
Myles Garrett. Oh, it was Myles Garrett. Yeah, it was a great move by the Dolphins. Bradley Chubb. Listen, you put him on the Dolphins, they are because that defense, they've been underperforming as well, and the only way they're able to get sacks is by blitzing, and you're not going to be able to win big against like the Bills or the Chiefs by just blitzing. Like you need to have like just
be
3
able to generate pressure.
Yeah,
rushing 4.
Yeah, rushing 4, even rushing 3 sometimes. So yeah, that was a huge move. How did you feel about the trades, man, for the Dolphins?
I like the trade. Yeah, I like the trade. Only thing I'm iffy about, they gave up a first, even though that first is probably going to be towards the late end of the first round. Then you give up a first, then you're going to probably have to pay him $20 million a year because I think he's a free agent after this season.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I still like the move though. They definitely needed pass rush to, because that and most of their sacks was either you said blitzes or coverage sacks. So. And yeah, I actually like them. I like it.
Yeah, I really do.
They're really trying to go all in. They see an opening. They see it's like it's really only 2 teams in their way, which is the Chiefs and the Bills. So they're like, maybe we could, hey,
try to finesse our way in there. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Let's go to the Bills. This is an underrated one. The Bills trading for Nyheim Hines.
Yeah, that is.
That's an underrated one because he could do a lot of different things.
Yep.
He can return punts. He can catch. He can run out of the backfield.
You seen that catch he had against, I think it was the Commanders.
Oh, yeah, he one-handed it?
It was like, I don't know, he burnt somebody on the round, had it. He called like a over-the-shoulder on the sideline catch, something like that.
Yeah, he's an underrated player. That's a really good trade for the Bills. I don't know. I think they may have gave up a 4th. I forget, but he's really good. How'd you feel about the trade, man?
I said it was a good pickup. The Bills definitely needed a dynamic guy coming out the backfield to maybe make a play, run a route, catch the ball. Because I think that's what they really lacked. Like the receiving game, of course, they're straight in that department. But just having another guy that could, confuse the offense more, have someone that could just sneak out the backfield and make a play, I think that's big.
I'm surprised that they didn't go after Kareem Hunt. I thought they would probably go after Kareem Hunt because I don't know. Maybe it's because Nyheim Hines, he might have more burst than Kareem Hunt. He might be faster. They want more speed. I
actually think they didn't go after Kareem because Kareem wants to get paid.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because I've seen a report. They only wanted a 4th for him.
Yeah.
But did they also want to pay Kareem the salary he wanted?
That's a good point. So yeah, I understand. Yeah. The Vikings. This one was interesting. This surprised me. They traded for T.J. Hawkinson.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
That one, I was like, and they gave up I believe it was a 2nd rounder, and it was like another pick, but they got like 2 picks back.
A 4th and a 5th or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. But then they got 2 picks back, I believe.
Yeah.
I think they're late round picks or something like that. So, yeah, that one, I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't know how
he's up for a contract too after this season.
Oh, really? I don't know. What I will say, because Irv Smith, he's gonna be out for like 8 to 10 weeks, so it makes sense that they would make this move. But at the end of the day,
why would the Lions trade in the division? That's weird.
They're 1 and 6. They're like, shoot, let's try to get as many picks as we can because it's not looking too good for us. We're gonna be in the running for the number 1 pick. So, yeah. I don't know, man.
Oh, my gosh. Please don't let them get Hutch and Will Anderson on the same line.
Nah, they're going to get a quarterback.
Oh, yeah, Bryce Young.
Yeah, they're going to get a quarterback. But I don't know if this really moves the needle because I feel like – because T.J. Hawkinson –
sometimes he's great, then sometimes he just disappears.
Yeah, he's inconsistent. And when, Amon-Ra St. Brown was in there and, everybody was, on the field with DeAndre Swift and all them, he wasn't really doing – Jared Goff wasn't really giving him the ball that much. So it's going to be interesting when he goes to the Lions. I meant not the Lions. When he goes to the Vikings and how Kirk Cousins, because Irv Smith, he wasn't, people thought he was going to be utilized. He wasn't really utilized as much. It was, inconsistent. It was very inconsistent. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Oh, yeah, the Broncos, they got Chase Edmonds back. Now, the last one. This was very surprising. Like, I was completely shocked. I did not expect this to happen. The Jaguars trading for Calvin Ridley.
Oh yeah, man.
That one.
I'm kind of upset about that. That was my free agent target for the offseason. I was like, let Calvin Ridley sit this year. Cowboys go get him. No, they just ruined my plan.
Yeah, people said, Trevor Lawrence got a Stephon Diggs. Now let's calm down. Let's calm down a little bit. He ain't no Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs on the Vikings. He was like that. Like, Calvin Ridley was good. He was really good, but he ain't no Stephon Diggs now. Let's calm down about that. But yeah, I like the move. They need some more wide receivers. Calvin Ridley, he's a really good wide receiver. Trevor Lawrence, you got Trevor Lawrence, you got Christian Kirk. Hey man, next year they'll have Calvin Ridley on there. They might add another receiver. They're not really good right now, so you never know. They could draft another receiver, and then Trevor Lawrence has some weapons in his arsenal. So I like the trade. How about you? You like the trade?
Yeah, I like the trade.
Yeah,
I wonder how much they're going to pay him, though.
That's a good point.
Because I think the market right now is like 25.
Calvin Ridley, though, he said, I'm saying like
Christian
20
Kirk
M's.
got 20. He got to get like 22.
22? Man, that's a steep price for Calvin Ridley.
I mean, how Calvin Ridley going to be like, y'all just traded this, y'all just paid this dude 20 mil. Where mine at?
But you sat out a year, bro. And
but
then
he's better.
I think he underperformed the year he played.
He had washed Matt Ryan.
I'm just saying, but that's going to be in the negotiations. Like, bro, look at your stats.
He may have to take a pay cut.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Also because of the gambling situation, he might have to take a pay cut.
He might. I mean, you think? I don't know if he'll do a 4. Would he do a 4-year? Maybe do like a 2 or 3. Maybe do like a 2 or 3, and then try to get a extension. Play better, get an extension.
I put my life in these sentences. Fucking right, it's either that or life sentences. I'm relatives with Benjamin. I used to give a fuck about my luck when I was innocent. Now what the fuck is up? I'm at your neck like a penalty, nigga. I need that. Bitch, I need that.